Okay. So yesterday we discussed the principle, ma. Students, listen to me. I'm getting noise, ma. Don't make noise, okay? Listen, ma. So we are discussing estimation of hardness of water by EDTA method. Estimation of hardness of water by EDTA method. So we are using chemicals, EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, and EBT, aerochrome black tea indicator. And we are using the buffer solution, ammonium chloride and ammonium hydroxide. And we are taking these two chemicals and preparing a buffer solution to maintain the pH 9 to 10. Okay. So why we are using buffer solution is because to form the complex compound, the EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, it will react with the calcium and magnesium ions, okay, under basic conditions. Okay, so we have to maintain the pH 9 to 10. Okay, so everybody, you know the structure of EDTA. Okay, you can see here, ma, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. Students, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
You can write the structure of EDTA, ma, from PPT. Okay, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. So we are using this chemical to find out the total hardness, permanent hardness, and temporary hardness. And we use the three sample of water here. One is a standard hard water. Standard hard water we use. And water sample, tap water, boiled water. So standard hard water, we are taking calcium carbonate solution. And water sample will take, like we can collect tap water and boiled water. So apparatus we required is conical flask, burette, pipette, and beakers. Okay. So conical flask we use, okay, to take all the sample of water in the conical flask for titration. Burette we use here to fill we means we will fill the EDTA in burette. Okay. So next pipette to take exact how much exact ml of how much we are taking the volume of either sample of water. Okay, for example, standard hard water, we want to take exactly 20 ml in conical flask. So we will use the pipette. Okay, because in the pipette exact mark will be given for 20 ml. Up to that mark only we will pipette out 20 ml of standard hard water and we will take in the conical flask. So beakers we need 3 beakers we need to we will in the beakers we will take standard hard water, water sample, and boiled water. Okay, now you know the chemicals. Okay, we will use EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid, and EBT, aerochrome black tea indicator, and we use buffer solution. Okay, to maintain the pH 9 to 10. So yesterday I told you EDTA, it is a hexadentate ligand. Okay, because of its competence to donate 6 pair of lone electrons, means it is having 6 lone pair of electrons. It will donate, it will share that electrons to the metal ion and forming a covalent bonds. So that we can see here, yesterday I told you forming a complex complex compound. You can see here, see metal ion EDTA complex. Metal ion EDTA complex. You can see here M, that is metal ion, calcium or magnesium. So this is the EDTA structure. It is forming a metal ion EDTA complex. So we discussed a principle. So we discussed a principle, you can see here. We are taking hard water in the conical flask, adding EBT indicator 3 to 4 drops. EBT indicator, we will take 3 to 4 drops. So next we will add buffer solution to maintain the pH 9 to 10. Buffer solution. So buffer solution we will take up to, here we can take up to 2 ml, we can take 1 to 2 ml buffer solution we can take. So if the water, the standard water or any other water, standard water means we are taking calcium carbonate solution. So forget about that one. So we are taking tap water now. So if tap water is containing calcium or magnesium, okay, then the solution turns to wine red color. If the water is not containing any calcium and magnesium salts, so you will get blue color because EBT indicator is blue colored indicator. Blue colored indicator. So here you can see we will get wine red color complex, wine red color solution. So forming a calcium EBT or magnesium EBT wine red colored complex in the solution. Okay. So next we are filling in the burette EDTA. This is 50 ml burette. Okay. So 0 to 50. So you have to fill the EDTA solution in the burette and we will do the titration. Okay. So by drop we will add EDTA. We are adding drop by drop in the solution, sample solution. Okay. So when we are adding the EDTA, it reacts with either calcium EBT or magnesium EBT and forming a colorless stable complex. So the colorless stable complex is calcium EDTA complex or magnesium EDTA complex and forming here releasing free EBT indicator. So we get a blue color. EBT indicator color is blue. So you can observe here the color changes from wine red color to blue. Okay. After all the cations and magnesium are reacted with the EDTA. So when we are adding the next drop of EDTA, so immediately we can observe the color change from wine red to blue color. Wine red to blue color. So what is the end point here? The end point is the color is changing from wine red to blue color. Okay. So after getting a blue color, immediately you have to stop the titration. Okay. So you can use the stopcock here. Okay. You can stop. Then note down the burette reading. For example, here 20 ml of EDTA consumed. So after 20 ml, you got immediately blue color. Okay, ma, you got blue color. So note down. So here volume of EDTA that is consumed is 20 ml. In your notebook, you will write 20 ml. Okay. So this is the principle, ma. What is the principle means? Forming a colorless stable complex that is calcium EDTA or magnesium EDTA complex. Okay. So now this water we can use, ma. This is like an internal treatment method. Because here, what it is formed here, stable complex, which is not harmful. We can use this water. Okay. This is like internal treatment method. You will understand why I am telling this is internal treatment method means we have in treatment methods 2 types. I will tell that topic after completing this. I will tell you. We have 2 types of treatment methods. So one is internal treatment, one is external treatment. Okay, na? 95, tell me.
Ma'am, send this PPT, ma'am. So many equations, so many chemical reactions, ma'am.
I will send you. See, no need, students, no need to read all this, no need this matter. Okay, na? Just I have given in PPT, but from where you have to study is first slide. Okay, na? Chemicals, water required and apparatus. So this no need. Okay, directly you go to principle. What we discussed now. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So directly principle only you have to remember. Only this part. Clear, everybody?
Yes,
everybody understood?
Yes.
Understood, no? So this one I gave you just to understand how complex is formed.
Yes, ma'am.
Clear, everybody?
Understood, ma'am.
How metal ion EDTA complex is formed. Because if I give you directly like this, you won't understand, yes or no? If I write calcium EDTA or magnesium EDTA complex, you may not understand. So I gave complex compound here. Forming a covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond. Understood, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Rajiv Reddy, tell ma. Students understood no principle correctly?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So if calcium and magnesium present in water, okay, then you will get wine red color complex when you add EBT indicator. Clear, everybody? 83. Who is 83, ma?
Ma'am, even when adding EBT, we'll use titration.
EBT?
When we are adding EBT, right?
When we add EBT in the sample of water,
We use titration itself.
Titration, no titration.
Only for
Directly we will
EDTA.
add EBT in
Only for
conical flask.
EDTA, we'll add use titration.
First we will take in conical flask sample of water, ma.
Okay.
Clear? Then you will add drops, 3 drops of EBT indicator. Then you will add 2 ml of buffer solution. So you will get the color change will be wine red color. Why you are getting wine red color, ma? Why you are getting wine red color?
Oh, wait, calcium EBT or
Calcium EBT complex is formed.
Yeah.
Students, you are listening to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Wine red color means what?
We have to identify the color while titration is happening. That's why we are adding EBT.
No, ma'am, when calcium or magnesium is present in the...
When calcium or magnesium present in sample of water, okay, after adding EBT, immediately what complex is formed here?
Calcium EBT.
Wine red color
Calcium
complex.
EBT or magnesium EBT. Which color is that?
Wine red. Wine red.
Wine
Wine red color. If no calcium or
Wine red.
magnesium, if no calcium or magnesium in water,
Only blue.
will not
color
be
you will get?
Only
No
blue
color
color.
change, ma'am.
Only blue color.
Blue
Only
color.
blue color. Clear, everybody? Clear, ma?
Yes,
Calcium
ma'am.
EBT or magnesium EBT complex is formed. That color is wine red color. Clear? Okay. So to that, what you are adding? To that
EDTA.
solution, what you are adding, ma?
EDTA.
To this calcium EBT complex, that solution you are adding EDTA. Now EDTA is replacing what? EBT, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
So now EDTA is reacting with either calcium or magnesium. What it is forming now?
Colorless
stable
complex.
Colorless stable
Stable
complex.
complex.
Colorless stable complex. What is that complex? Calcium
Calcium
EDTA or
EDTA or magnesium
magnesium
EDTA.
EDTA complex. You can see everybody here complex, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
This is metal, calcium or magnesium. Metal ion EDTA complex. Clear, everybody now? Clear,
Yes,
ma?
ma'am.
Okay. Now, 4 steps are there, ma. Write down, everybody. Step 1. Step 1. Step 1, write down. We have to discuss only 3 students. One is principal, next procedure, next calculations. Now listen. You have to take the weight, ma. Calcium carbonate. You take that chemical box. Okay, na? 500 ml calcium carbonate. That box you can take in the laboratory. And you will weight. How much weight you are taking, ma? Calcium carbonate? 1 gram. 1 gram of calcium carbonate. You have to take the weight. Okay. And you have to transfer into 1000 ml standard flask. 1000 ml standard flask. So the standard flask that will have 1 mark. Okay. So that mark indicates 1000 ml standard flask. 1 mark will be there to the standard flask. Okay. So you have to take 1 gram of calcium carbonate. Okay. Then you have to add distilled water up to that mark. Up to that mark, you have to add distilled water. You have to shake it nicely. Okay. So then you can use that as a standard hard water, that is calcium carbonate solution. So first step, you have to prepare the standard hard water. Standard hard water. So since it is not dissolving in water, calcium carbonate, so you can dissolve in dilute HCl. You can add, okay, in dilute HCl. Then you can transfer into standard flask. So first step is prepare the standard hard water. Nothing but you take the standard flask, 1000 ml standard flask. Okay. So there will be 10 ml flask will be there, 100 ml flask will be there, 500 ml flask will be there, 1000 ml will be there. Clear, everybody? Okay. So we are taking 1000 ml standard flask. You transfer 1 gram. You take the weight. You take the weight on digital balance. You can take the weight, calcium carbonate 1 gram. You take weight. Then that calcium carbonate you can transfer into 1000 ml standard flask. You pour the water, distilled water. Okay, you put in bottle you can take. You pour the water in standard flask. Keep the lid and you can shake it. Okay, it will be okay. You can prepare it will be mixed. Okay, that what we are taking 1 gram of calcium carbonate that will be dissolved in distilled water. That is called, here we write one. So you can see here, make up the solution up to the mark. Okay, means up to the mark you have to add distilled water. and you can prepare 1000 ml calcium carbonate solution, that is called standard hard water. Standard hard water. Preparation of standard hard water, nothing but preparing the calcium carbonate solution. So now find out molarity of standard hard water. Molarity of standard hard water. Okay, ma? So molarity formula, weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by volume in ml. Remember students, weight by gram molecular weight into 1000 by volume in ml. I think everybody knows the formula. Okay, weight we are taking 1 gram. 1 gram of calcium carbonate. Molecular weight is 100. Calcium carbonate molecular weight is 100 into 1000 by 1000. 1000 is volume in ml. How much we are preparing? 1000 ml we are preparing. 1000 ml standard flask we have taken. Okay, in 1000 ml we are preparing. So by 1000. So 1 by 100 into 1000 by 1000 is equal to 0.01 molar. So what is the molarity of standard hard water is 0.01. So that we will take it as M1. M1 is equal to 0.01. Okay, ma, 0.01 molarity. So you remember everybody, in procedure, step 1 is preparation of standard hard water. Preparation of calcium carbonate solution. Take 1 gram of calcium carbonate. Okay, in standard flask, 1000 ml flask. Add distilled water in standard flask, 1000 ml up to the mark, means 1000 ml. Then you find out molarity of standard hard water. So this is step 1. Next is step 2. Step 2, very simple, ma. Step 2, we are finding molarity of EDTA. Molarity of EDTA. Step 2 is molarity of EDTA. Okay. Standardization of EDTA solution. Standardization of EDTA solution. So now what we are using the apparatus, you know that we are taking conical flask, burette, beakers, pipette. 4. Okay. Pipette out. Use the pipette, ma. Use the pipette. Pipette out exactly 20 ml. Exactly 20 ml. You have in standard flask the calcium carbonate solution. So in that, from that 1000 ml, you are pipetting, you are taking only 20 ml. Pipette out 20 ml of calcium carbonate solution into a clean conical flask. Into a clean conical flask. Add 2 ml of buffer. So in conical flask, you have to take first 20 ml of standard calcium carbonate solution. Immediately add EBT indicator in the conical flask only, 3 drops. So in the conical flask only, you have to add 2 ml buffer. Clear, everybody? 20 ml calcium carbonate solution in conical flask, 3 drops EBT, 2 ml buffer. Clear, ma? Okay. Since it is calcium carbonate solution, the color changes what? Wine red color. Yes or no? Okay. So that you have to do the titration with the EDTA. Second step, ma. Add 2 ml of buffer. Add 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator. It gets wine red color solution. It gets wine red color solution. Now take EDTA solution in burette. Take EDTA solution in burette. Second step, ma. EDTA solution in the burette. Okay. And you do the titration. Okay. Means you are adding EDTA in the wine red color solution. You are adding drop by drop. Okay. So that the color changes from wine red color to blue color. Nothing but the EDTA reacts with the calcium EBT and magnesium EBT complex with that solution and converting into calcium EDTA and magnesium EDTA. Okay. Now, when you get blue color, immediately stop the titration. Note down the burette reading. Note down the burette reading. For example, you got 20 ml in the burette reading. Okay. When you got blue color, stop the titration. Note down the burette reading in your notebook. Okay. So you have to do this second step. Okay. This standardization of EDTA solution, you have to do the titration 3 times. 3 times you have to do, because you have to get the okay, average values, means exact values you have to get. First time if you get 20 ml, okay, again go for next time. Means you wash the you throw the solution into the sink, wash the conical flask. Again you pipette out 20 ml of calcium carbonate solution, add EBT 3 drops, add buffer 2 ml, and you will get wine red color. Again do the titration with the EDTA solution. Okay, so next time also if you get 20 ml, stop the titration, 2 titration enough. But if you are getting 21 second time, you go for third time. Third time. For example, you got third time 20, no problem. If you get 22, you take the average value. Okay, so note down the burette reading and repeat the titration to get a concurrent values. If you get equal values, no problem. If you are not getting also, you can take the average. Okay, but at least 3 times you have to do. Okay, so this is the second step. 3 times you have to do the titration. Every time in conical flask, what you have to take? First time you have completed titration. Throw the solution into the sink. Wash the conical flask. Take 20 ml calcium carbonate solution. Add 2 ml buffer. Add 3 drops of EBT indicator. You will get wine red color. Do the titration with the EDTA. When you get blue color, stop the titration. Note down the burette reading. Second time. Third time also same. So all the 3 values 20, 21 or 20, take the average. Okay, so that you note down in your notebook. Now step 3. Step 3 is, students, I will tell you. No need to get confusion. See ma, here. We'll go alternatively, we will go for calculation also, you will understand. First one we completed. How much you got, ma? Molarity of standard hard water 0.01. Okay, na? Second one, we are finding molarity of EDTA solution. Okay, so M1 is molarity of calcium carbonate, that is 0.01. 0.01. What is M2? EDTA molarity. Molarity of EDTA, question mark. We have to find out. We have to find out M2. What is V1? Volume of calcium carbonate. Volume of calcium carbonate, we have taken 20 ml. 20 ml. Volume of calcium carbonate, 20 ml. Volume of calcium carbonate, we have taken 20 ml in conical flask. Okay, so M1 is 0.01. 0.01. M1. Molarity of calcium carbonate 0.01. Volume of calcium carbonate we have taken in conical flask. Second step. In procedure, second step, how much? 20 ml in conical flask. 20 ml in conical flask. So V2, what is V2? Volume of EDTA consumed. How much volume of EDTA consumed? For example, 20 ml or 21 ml. Volume of EDTA consumed when we have done the titration. Okay, find out M2, EDTA molarity. M1V1 is equal to M2V2. M1V1 is equal to M2V2. M2 is equal to M1V1 by V2. M1V1 is equal to M2V2. M2 is equal to M1V1 by V2. M1 is 0.01 into V1 is 20 ml. 20, 0.01 into 20 by V2 is 20. How much you will get, students? How much you will get, ma?
0.0.
How much you got? Now tell me, what is M1?
0.01.
0.01. Okay. Next. What is V1? What is V1?
20 ml.
20 ml. Next. What is V2?
20 ml.
20. How much you got?
0.001.
ఎంత వచ్చిందమ్మా?
01.
0.01. What is that? What is that? 0.01.
M2.
EDTA molarity. EDTA molarity. Molarity of EDTA. I think everybody understood second step.
From 0.001.
ఎంత వచ్చింది? ఎంత వస్తుందమ్మా? ఇక్కడ 20/20 వేసారు. Hello. I think everyone understood second step. So we are taking in conical flask 20 ml calcium carbonate solution. Again, I am repeating, 20 ml calcium carbonate solution in conical flask. Add 2 ml buffer, 2 to 3 drops EBT indicator. You will get winded color. Then do the titration with the EDTA. When it changes to blue color, stop the titration and take the burette reading and go for calculation. Go for calculation. If you get here 21 ml, so then you can write here 21. You can write V2, no? V2 21. Here again you can calculate. Clear, everybody? So this is the calculation, molarity of EDTA solution, finding molarity of EDTA. Okay, that is the second step. Now step 2 is, we are taking 3 samples. Okay, one is calcium carbonate solution, standard hard water. And the next one is we are taking a tap water. So that is step 3. Hard water is tap water. Hard water is tap water. Hard water is tap water, students, listen. So that is standardization of hard water, that is tap water we are taking. Pipette out 20 ml of tap water into conical flask. Add 2 ml buffer. Add 2 ml buffer and 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator. Then you will get wine red color solution. So that you have to titrate with EDTA taken in burette till a blue color endpoint is obtained. When you get a blue color endpoint, blue colored, when it changes to blue color, so then you can stop the titration. You can note down the burette reading. So you can do this also. We will do 3 times to get a here exact values, or you can take average values also, but at least 3 times we have to do. After completing first time, throw the solution into the sink. Again, pipette out 20 ml of tap water in conical flask, add 2 ml buffer and add 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator. Then you do the titration with the EDTA. So when the color changes from winded to blue color, then stop the titration, note down the burette reading. So next, step 3. Okay, what is step 3 means? Finding molarity of hard water sample. Molarity of hard water sample. So here what is we can write here means we are taking M3V3 is equal to M2V2. Step 2, I think everybody understood. M1V1 is equal to M2V2. M2 is equal to M1V1 by V2. Step 3 is M3V3 is equal to M2V2 dash. I wrote here. M2V2 dash. So what is M3? Molarity of hard water. Molarity of hard water. Okay. Or molarity of, you can write in the bracket. We can't write to tap water. No, so I wrote molarity of hard water. What is M2? Molarity of EDTA. Okay. Here also, in step 2 also, we wrote M2. Okay. Step 3 also, we wrote M2. Step 4 also, we will write M2 because all the sample of solutions we are titrating with the EDTA only. Okay. Now M2, molarity of EDTA. V3 is volume of hard water. Volume of hard water. Students, you take 20 ml only. So we'll take 20 ml only. Okay, na? So 20 ml hard water and V2 dash is how much volume of EDTA consumed. Okay. So with the hard water. Okay. So M3V3 is equal to M2V2 dash. Okay. That is the formula. M3 is equal to M2V2 dash by V3. M2V2 dash by V3. So M2 is already we discussed. Okay. Step 2. So we got 0.01. We got 0.01. So that you can write M2 here. M2 you can write here 0.01. V2 dash. How much volume of EDTA consumed? For example, I am writing here 10 ml. 10 ml I am writing. So you can write here. You can write here. Okay, M2 is 0.01 into, you can write 10. V2 is 10. V2 is 10. V2 means what? Volume of EDTA consumed. So V3 is how much we are taking? 20 ml hard water. So write 20. So 0.01 into 10 by 20. So how much you are getting? You can write that is M3 molarity of hard water sample. Molarity of hard water sample. Okay. So that is step 3. Step 3 is Standardization of hard water. Okay. So same procedure. Second step, same procedure. Third step also same procedure. In second step, we used calcium carbonate solution, standard hard water. In third step, we used tap water, that is hard water. Okay, next one. Fourth step is standardization of permanent hardness of water. So we will take boiled water here in the conical flask. Okay, so first what we have to do, we have to boil the water first. That water we have to filter it. Okay, so that filtered water we will use here. Okay, because we want to find out permanent hardness. Permanent hardness. Okay, means there should not be temporary hardness. So how can we remove temporary hardness? By boiling the water. Okay, so we will boil the water. After boiling, we will filter the water. After filtering, that filtered water we will use in this step, step 4. Pipette out 100 ml of, 100 ml of, 100 ml of, I will write boiled water, 100 ml of, 100 ml of boiled water into beaker, okay. So first you take the boiled water in the beaker, okay, that beaker is 250 ml. First boil it, okay, boil the water till the volume reduces to 50 ml, okay. After reducing to 50 ml, then you can filter it, okay. All the bicarbonates of calcium and magnesium that will be decomposed to calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide, nothing but you will get a precipitate. So you can filter, After filtering, that filtered water we will use it. Okay, so first we have to boil the water. Cool the solution, cool the boiled water, cool the solution and filter the water into the beaker. Then pipette out 20 ml. So from that 50 ml water, you pipette out 20 ml, okay, into conical flask, add 2 ml buffer, add 2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator, then you can do the titration with the EDTA, okay. You will take in the blue red. So when you get the color change from wine red to blue color, so end point will be obtained, then you can note down the blue red reading, okay. So this step also you have to do 3 times, ma. So 3 titrations you have to do. So after completing first titration, you have to throw the solution into the sink. Again, you have to wash the conical flask, fill 20 ml of boiled water in the conical flask, okay. Then add 3 drops CBT indicator, add buffer solution, okay. Then you do the titration with the EDT, okay. So you do 3 times titrations, note down the values, burette reading values, then you can go for calculation. So this calculation step 4, like step 3 only, okay. Step 3 calculation you know already. M3V3 is equal to M2V2 dash. M3 is equal to M2V2 dash by V3. Okay, you can find out molarity of hard water, that is M3. So M4 is you have to find out molarity of boiled water. Molarity of boiled water. Wait, sir. Okay, students. So now we have to find out molarity of boiled water, okay, that is M4. So we can take the formula here, M4V4 is equal to M2V2. I have taken a double slash. You can see here V2 double slash. Okay. So M4 is molarity of boiled water. V4 is volume of boiled water. We have to take 20 ml. Same like a previous steps. You have to take 20 ml in the conical flask. Volume of boiled water also we have to take 20 ml in the conical flask. Okay. So next M2 is EDTA molarity. Already we know 0.01 molar. Okay. M2. V2 double slash, that is volume of EDTA consumed. So I am writing students here 5 ml. Okay. Because there is no temporary hardness. There is no temporary hardness only. So there is no temporary hardness. There are no temporary salts. Only permanent salts will be there. Means less EDTA consumed in step 4. Less EDTA consumed in step 4 because there are no temporary salts. Only permanent salts are there. So I wrote here volume of EDTA consumed for step 4 5 ml. For step 3 I wrote 10 ml. Okay na? So here we can find out molarity of boiled water, that is M4V4 is equal to M2 V2 double slash. Okay, we can take this formula. So we can write M4 is equal to M2 V2 double slash by V4. So what is M2 value? That is 0.01 into V2 double slash. So we can write 5 ml. So I wrote 5 by 20 ml boiled water. So you can calculate M4, molarity of boiled water, molarity of boiled water. So in all the steps, okay. So what step 2 is, we are taking calcium carbonate solution, doing titration with the EDTA. So I wrote M2V2, M3V3 is equal to M2V2, step 3. Step 2 also you can see M1V1 is equal to M2V2. We are doing titration calcium carbonate solution with EDTA. So next step is M3 is we are taking hard water, tap water. That also we are doing titration with the EDTA. M4 also we are taking boiled water and doing titration with the EDTA only. So you can observe the formulas. Observe the formulas. M1V1 is equal to M2V2. M3V3 is equal to M2V2. M4V4 is equal to M2V2 double slash. Okay. So all the 3 samples we are doing titration with the EDTA only. Okay. Then we can find out total hardness. What is total hardness here? M3. Molarity of hard water, that is total hardness. We are taking tap water. What is permanent hardness here? M4. So how to find out temporary hardness? M3 minus M4. M3 minus M4. So then we can find out temporary hardness. So that only I gave here. Temporary hardness of water sample is equal to total hardness minus permanent hardness. Okay. So now listen here carefully. Convert molarity into ppm. Convert molarity into ppm. So that is total hardness is equal to M3 into 100 into 1000. So you can convert into ppm. You can convert into ppm. So next month, step 4 also. Step 4 also. M4 into 100 into 1000. Convert into ppm. Convert into ppm. So this is calculation. Okay. So for hardness of water. So finding total hardness and finding permanent hardness. And you can find out temporary hardness also. Total hardness minus permanent hardness. Students, video on lo ledu ekkadunnarama? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Unnara amma?
Yes,
Unnam
ma'am.
ma'am.
ఏమో ఉన్నారా, నిద్రపోతున్నారా, నాకేం అర్థం కావట్లే.
Yes, ma'am.
ఉన్నారా, విన్నారా క్లాస్?
Yes, ma'am.
Understood procedure?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Step 1, what we are preparing, tell me.
Preparation of standard hard water.
Preparation of
Standard hard water.
preparation of standard hard water. What you are taking? What you are taking, tell me.
Calcium
First step.
carbonate, 1 gram of calcium carbonate.
1 gram of
1
calcium.
gram of calcium carbonate.
and dilute HCl into
Dilute HCl
flask.
Carbonate, where you are taking, what
the
you are
flask.
finding in
in
first step?
conical flask.
Students, what
Molarity.
you are finding in first step?
Molarity.
No,
Standard
first step,
hard
what you are
water.
finding?
Molarity of standard
Molarity
hard
of,
water.
Standard hard water.
Molarity of
Standard hard water.
what is the molarity formula?
Weight by
Weight by
molecular
molecular weight.
calcium carbonate into 1000.
Weight by molecular weight into
Molecular weight of
1000 by
CaCO3
volume
into 1000.
milliliter. Into volume.
1000 by volume.
Volume in
Volume.
milliliters. Volume in milliliters.
Now, how much you got? Tell me. 0.01
0.01.
01.
you got. Okay, step 2 is what? Step 2 is what? Student, step 2 is what?
Standardization of EDT.
Standardization
EDTA
of
solution.
Tap water.
Standardization
step
of
2 is
EDTA
step
solution.
3. Tell me step 2 now. Step 2, standardization of
EDT solution.
EDTA solution. Tell me the procedure. What you are taking in conical flask?
20 ml of
20
CaCO3.
ml of CaCO3.
CaCO3 solution. Then what you are adding in conical flask?
2 ml of
Buffer
buffer.
solution.
2 ml of buffer. Then
2 to 3 drops.
Drops
2
of
3 drops of
EBT.
EBT.
EBT. That everything you will take in conical flask only, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Then what you will do after that?
It will turn to red
Shake
color.
it.
Find red
Titrate
color.
with the
Titrated EDTA solution.
EDTA solution. What color you will get?
Wine
Wine red
blue.
color.
Wine red to
blue.
blue color. Wine red to blue color. So immediately what you will do afterwards? You will note down the
Readings.
you will note down the reading. For
Yeah.
example, how much here? Volume of EDTA consumed, how much I wrote
20
here?
20 ml.
20
20 ml. Then go for calculation. What is the formula in step 2?
M1 V1 equal to
M1
M2
V1 is equal to M2
M2
V2. So M2 is equal to
M1
M1
V1
V1
by
by
V2.
V2. What is the M1 value? ఎంత వచ్చిందమ్మా M1 value? What is the M1 value?
0.01.
0.01. What is V1?
20
How much we have taken calcium carbonate solution?
20 ml.
20. How much volume of EDTA consumed?
20.
20. What is the M2? Molarity of EDTA, how much you got?
1 V1 by
0.01.
0.01.
Okay, very good, ma. Step 2 you understood. Step 3 now. Step 3, what is the procedure? Tell me.
Standardization of tap water.
20 ml
What
of
you will
tap
take
water
in the
into
conical
50
flask?
ml. 20
How much
ml
you
of
will
tap
take?
water.
Water.
20 ml
20
of
ml of buffer
20
solution.
ml
20
of
ml.
water in conical flask. What you will add then?
2 ml of
2
2 ml of
ml
buffer solution.
Slab buffer. Next, what you will add?
2 to 3 drops of EBT indicator.
3
indicator.
drops CBT. Then what you will do after that? Titration with the
Wine red
EDTA.
color solution.
Titration with the
EDTA.
EDTA. What color you will get then?
Blue. Teal blue.
Color to blue color. Then you will go for calculation. Step 3. What is the formula? Step 3.
M3
M3 V3 equals to
M3 is equal
to
M2 V2 dash. Okay, you are going to find out M3, molarity of hard water. M3 is equal to M2 V2 dash by V3. M2 how much you got? You do
0.01.
calculation.
0.01.
0.01 into V2 dash. V2 dash how much you got?
10.
10 ml.
10 by V3 how much?
20.
20. You will get M3. Understood, ma? Okay, na? Convert into
Fine.
ppm. Convert into ppm.
ppm.
Okay. What is step 4 procedure?
Boiled water. Boiled water.
100 ml of boiled water.
First what you do? You will boil the water, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
After boiling, you have to go for filtration. Okay? Filtered water, how much you will take?
50.
50.
Filtered water, how much you will take?
20 ml. 20
As
ml.
20 ml.
20 ml.
same volume we are maintaining. We are taking, ma. Boiled water, how much you will take?
20 ml.
20 ml. Where?
In conical flask.
Same procedure, students. We are following in step 2, step 3, step 4. Same procedure. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes or no? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So 20 ml. Then what you will add?
Yes, ma'am.
20 ml boil.
20
2
ml.
ml buffer.
2 ml buffer. Next.
2 to 3 drops.
PBT
3 drops
indicator.
of PPT. Then with the
EDTA.
EDTA. The color changes from wine red to
Blue color.
color. Note down the burette reading. Then go for calculation step 4. Step 4 formula.
M4 V4 is equal to D4.
V4 is equal to
V2 double dash.
M2 V2 double. We are going to find out M4. That is molarity of
boiled water.
Okay, M4 is equal to M2 V2 double slash by V4. Okay, na?
Yes.
So what is M2?
Yes.
What is M2?
0.01.
0.01 into V2 double slash.
5.
Volume
5
of
ml.
EDTA consumed 5 ml
5.
by
By
volume of
20.
boiled water. How much?
20.
Answer. M4. So then convert into ppm. M4 into 100 into. So how to find out temporary hardness, students? Permanent hardness you got. Total
Total
hardness.
hardness minus
Total
permanent
hardness minus permanent hardness.
Total hardness minus permanent hardness. So total hardness means M3. Yes or no? Total hardness means M3. Permanent hardness means M4.
ma'am.
Temporary hardness means
M4.
M3 minus M3 minus
M4.
M4. So
M4.
I think everybody understood procedure and calculations.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma? Solution, you are taking 20 ml in conical flask. Tap water also 20 ml. Third step, boiled water also you are taking 20 ml in conical flask. Yes or no? Okay. All the 3 sample of water you are doing titration with the EDTA. You are doing titration with the EDTA. Okay. By using EDTA only, we are going to find out total hardness, permanent hardness, temporary hardness. Yes or no? Understood, ma?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody
ma'am.
understood? By using EDTA as a titrant, we are going to find out total hardness, permanent hardness, temporary hardness. Clear, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Steps are there, ma, in procedure. You have to remember that steps. Okay, now 4 steps. Then you can go for calculation. So first is the principle. I think everybody understood. Okay, formation of colorless stable complex. Okay, calcium EDTA or magnesium EDTA complex. So this is the procedure, 4 steps. So you can understand calculations also. Okay, with procedure. Okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. So step 1 is molarity of standard hard water. Step 2 is molarity of EDTA solution. Step 3 is molarity of hard water. After finding molarity of hard water, converting into ppm, that is total hardness. Step 4 is permanent hardness of water, that is the molarity of boiled water. Then you can convert into ppm. Okay, M4. You can find out temporary hardness, that is M3 minus M4. Okay, tomorrow we'll go for problems, ma. So this is estimation of hardness of water by EDTA method. So we'll find out total hardness in water sample. We'll find out permanent hardness and also temporary hardness by using EDTA. Understood, me everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
But
ma'am.
tomorrow I will revise again.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Revise again. Okay, understood, no?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sending PPT.
Okay.
What
I will
darling?
send you. Okay.
Okay.